Hello, everybody. It's I, Stippling Vaughn, and I'm hard at work at Dengar. So, okay, guys, Camelot came in 10th. Out of 16 cars, it came in 10th. Top 10 finish, regardless of how many cars are in the field, is a good thing. It's what he needed, especially for his first time out after getting screwed over at Phoenix. So, very, very good. So, um, I it's funny. I forgot that the race was going to be aired on Flow TV or Flow Racing. Flow Racing is a channel on YouTube, and sorry about that, guys. It wasn't until we were sitting down at dinner last night that all of a sudden I remembered. So I made a remark. Miss Stippling was like, "We'll go take a look and see if it's being aired. That way, when we get home, if it's still playing, we can watch it or we can watch the rerun of it." So I took a look, and it was. And when I looked at it, uh, Camelot Cody, he was in 10th place, just where he wanted to be. When we got home, though, I was looking, could not find it. So for whatever reason, probably because of licensing and contracts, uh, they are not able to re-air it as a recorded video right after they air it. I'm assuming they have to wait most likely until it's re-aired on like FS2 or FS1, then, or maybe they need to wait 24, 48 hours before they can re-air it. So that way the other contracts they have to re-air it can be fulfilled. So hopefully it'll be re-aired. I'll try to post it on Twitter when I see it's available. Uh, so, but he did good. He finished right where he wanted to be. He finished in 10th, which again, great job. So, now one thing I noticed when I was doing research trying to find on this Flow Racing, watched one of the videos, and one of the videos was about uh, a certain racetrack that NASCAR was taking ownership of. And for any of you that follow the local racing scene, ownership of tracks is big, uh, especially with so much development being done in the United States. What happens is you'll have these tracks that have been there for such a long period of time, but a developer comes in and says, I want to buy this property," and too many times the track owner will sell. That's what happened to Silver Springs Racetrack in Silver Springs Township in Pennsylvania. Uh, if you wanted to go see what's there now, it's a fucking Target and a Wegmans. And it was funny when Target and Kohl's and Wegmans first. No, Wegmans no, because Wegmans is brand new, and we don't have any Wegmans in this area. But when Kohl's first opened up, that was the property where the drive-in was. And the local community was so pissed off, they wouldn't shop at Kohl's for at least 5 years. So it took 5 years for the populace to get over it. So when you talk about people holding a grudge, yeah, in commerce, uh, people can hold a grudge. So when you hear stuff like this Bud Light stuff and Target stuff, it's one of those where it's like, I know the Target in our area, they're like, oh, great, we really don't need this because they're just now getting the crowd to accept them as being there. When for so long we weren't shopping there, and I was one of them, I didn't shop there because it's one of those. It's like, no, you took away part of who we are, and you put up a fucking box store when there's so many other locations. So, but because I know, like, there was a race car style, a dirt track car called a sportsman class, and it was developed just for the Silver Springs racetrack. and a lot of people were pissed. So, because racing's big in this area. Like I said, it's what, when I first moved back to this area, I started following racing just so I could interact with people again in my area because it was so big. So, but no, but no, so there's this one. My point to all of this was there is a reporter on Flow Racing by the name of Matthew Dillner, and he was doing a report on this one track, NASCAR taking ownership of it, and how this is good for race fans and for the racing community in general. And so he does his reports on YouTube, and he has a Twitter following. And I was thinking about it, how it would be really good, especially with him understanding YouTube, for him to interview Camelot with Camelot's journey, along with the fact that he's a YouTube personality and the fact that he's getting Tim Pool as his sponsor moving forward. That's a big deal for the YouTube community, knowing that one of a big personality within the YouTube community is sponsoring a race car. I think it would benefit uh, Matthew Dillner greatly to interview Camelot to bring awareness to this new method of sponsorship that is now being opened up for drivers. I think it's big for the sport. I think it's big for drivers to help, especially like I said, you can have drivers who are really good, but don't have a great personality, and then you can have other drivers who are just starting or have been in the sport a while. Maybe they're not doing that great, but they've got a great personality. And what helps sell tickets is a great personality. And so putting the spotlight, making people aware of Camelot is good and beneficial for the sport and for the YouTube community. So that's the reason why I keep mentioning Matthew's name, because I want him to interview Camelot. And so I'm going to make certain that he is included in the description of this video. So he gets notice and he will reach out to Camelot. Now I know that when I highlight a campaign, or if I mention somebody and and share their channel in the description, I know that the content creator gets notice. And the reason why I know that is because yesterday, remember I told you guys about uh, the new channel, Stippling, Silent Stippler. Okay, I mentioned her and I shared her channel in the description. She commented on my video yesterday, thanking me for uh, sharing and making people aware of her channel. I would definitely advise anybody, if you want a nice Zen moment and be entertained, not by trauma, but by just simple an artist creating artwork in this method of stippling, Silent Stippler is someone to check out. She would definitely appreciate the views. She would definitely appreciate the comments. Let her know if you go to check out her channel, and if you were to check out one of her videos, even just portion one of her videos, let her know that you checked her out because of my suggestion on my channel. Uh, Networking is a big deal, and I know she would benefit greatly from you all checking out her channel. Uh, she doesn't have a lot of views. She doesn't have a lot of subscribers. She would benefit greatly from it. She'd be very appreciative. So, um, yeah, last night I wasn't on the chat last night because uh, we had decided during the week that we were going to go out to dinner. We were like debating whether to go to the movies or not. We kind of was like, primarily because like I've seen from other YouTubers making their commentary, how like we as moviegoers, unless it's a movie that we really want to go see, it really comes down to uh, by the end of the month, it'll be on a streaming service. By the middle of the summer, it'll be on the streaming service. Do I really need to see it now? And so we were initially going to go see the Kongzilla movie, but we decided against it. And then we weren't going to go see the Ghostbusters movie just because it's such. We knew that that movie would have a lot of crowds, and we don't want to deal with crowds. So we decided not to. We went to have dinner instead, and that's where I was like, uh, you know how like when you sit down at Longhorn, how they give you the bread, and uh, Miss Stippling can't have bread anymore. She's so gluten free. So those really nice, tasty breads when you go to different restaurants, she can't have them. So it sucks. So I was going to have a slice of bread, and that's when I came up with the idea of the because we got a night an entree, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a spicy chicken bite, uh, uh, Parmesan sandwich. So that's why my sandwich submission for Sandwich Saturday was that because I was actually at the restaurant, and the stuff like I was just cutting up my slice, and then I set it aside. And then I started doing just going and just doing the putting the bite on top of it. And she's like, "What are you doing? You're making a little sandwich?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, I was almost done making it, and she goes, "Oh my God, Sandwich Saturday!" I was like, and I looked at her and I started smiling. I was like, "Yes, Sandwich Saturday." And so we both found it very entertaining. It was actually, like I said, it was while we were at the restaurant after I posted that sandwich, not knowing whether it was in time or not for voting or not. Uh, that's when all of a sudden we're like, "Oh my gosh, the race!" So we took a look, and like I said, when you go to Flow Racing and look, you'll see that there's like a 5 minute video, and it shows the very beginning of the race, like first 6 to 8 laps, and then it cuts out. So at the time of the video cutting out, it's like I said, it wasn't until I got home that I looked and I was able to watch that 5 minute video. Um, he was in 10th at the time so in the first 5 laps, he got him. He got into 10th place, and from the looks of it, the way it was the scoring loop was bouncing, it looks like he was actually fighting to maintain the 10th spot against somebody, because he'd be like, for one lap he'd be like, he started the race at 11th, then he went to 10th, then the next lap he went down to 11th, then he went back up to 10th. So he wasn't playing follow the leader. He was actually racing somebody to maintain that position. So, and if you look at him on Twitter, I believe he does have a video of somebody posted a video of him right after the race and pouring a bottle over his head and going, "Yeah!" So, it's very happy for him. And like I said, it was we it was just funny how we're like, oh, the race is on. So I just checked to make sure, and then set my phone down, and we went back to having our enjoyable time at the Longhorn. So we tried to go at a time so it wouldn't be a whole lot of people, but it was still busy. And oh my gosh, we were sitting next to this really boisterous table, very very loud, and it was so funny how they left halfway through our meal, and all of a sudden it seemed like the entire restaurant went silent, and there was no one talking because they were talking that loud and that boisterous. So, but and then of course afterwards we got out of there, and it was like, okay, it's not 10 o'clock yet, and the Kohl's next door, yeah, they are open. She was like, "Can I go into Kohl's?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, sure, let's go in. We're here." We went in and she wanted a bunny centerpiece for the table. We didn't walk out with a bunny centerpiece. But what we did find is we found this shark. So while we wanted an Easter bunny for our centerpiece for our table, we walked out with a shark bunny, with a shark centerpiece, which is completely us. And she was like, I wanted a, and she, so funny. She's going, I wanted a bunny centerpiece. And I looked at her and I go, but we now have a shark centerpiece. Isn't that so much cooler than a bunny? We got a shark. That's so much more us. Anybody walk into our house, we're like, yes, this is definitely our house because it is got a shark centerpiece. So we got a shark. We went into a bunny, but we walked out with a shark. So, but now I don't know how the review of Dang Fang went because we were having dinner and I didn't get the book. That was one of the reasons why it was kind of like, well, yeah, because she was talking about it for a while. And I was like, yeah, let's do dinner on this night because I'm not going to have anything to participate with the book review, the Hillbilly Book Club, because I'm just not. Uh, I didn't. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't realize I was off the panel. I hate that. I'm sorry. There we go. But any rate, uh, so yeah, bunny. No bunny. We have a shark. You know, when you walk into our house, it's definitely a shark centerpiece. So you know it's our house. So, but no, Dang Fang. We weren't going to take part. I wasn't really going to take part in it. So that's the reason why we went. And I'm glad we did. We had a good time. So, and then of course we get home and I checked, and Graham was streaming. He was streaming for the closeout for the campaign level of Monster Island. Now, he said that it's going to be going into demand. I don't think it's going to be in demand long. I think maybe month and a half. I don't think it's for him to do 8 pages. It's really not that. It doesn't take Graham that long to do 8 pages. So I think that him doing 8 pages and getting it colored and lettered, I honestly do believe we've got maybe a month and a half in demand, and then it'll be going off to the printers. That's just how Graham is. So, but now next week there's no chat, weekend hiatus. So you guys have a great holiday. I'll see you guys next weekend. And then after the holiday, of course, we'll be enjoying the Talladega race. So we'll have fun with that, you know. And I actually took a look. I can actually take this camera mount. I can swivel. What I might do is either set myself up at the bar itself, or I'll just swing the swivel around, and I'll probably do a short video, like almost like a video short, showing the car on the track at Talladega. So, but it'll be, and it that this the Talladega race. That's where the Cyber Frog's going to be. Okay, that's where the Cyber Frog wrap is going to be on the car. So that's what everybody. This is what this, and remember, the Cyber Frog wrap is the reason why the CG community got so excited. Is because of that, and it's what opened all the doors up for Cody, and I couldn't be happier for him. I mean, all it took was one campaign for sponsorship for 2 races, and he now has sponsorship deals in place for the rest of the year. And that just shows how all you need is one. All you need is one person to believe in someone, and for everybody else to now then believe that person and believe in them. And so, and I think in many ways that's what Comicsgate and crowdfunding really is all you need is that one creator, that one YouTuber to believe in you and to help you out, which opens the doors for others to want to help you out and for others to see what you have for them to want to back you. And that's what really makes this community. And I know there's some people that don't like using the phrase community, but that's exactly what this is. This is a community. And I'm so happy to be a part of this community. So, and remember, whether you like Ethan or not, okay, he is the big dog, but he's not the only person. He's not the only person in the community. There's plenty of other channels and there's plenty of other creators that make up this community. So, guys, I want you to have a great day. I'm going to be working on other pieces. So that'll be when you guys catch me next Saturday. I will be working on this piece. Remember, this piece is going to be available on Shay's art auction in May, and this piece was also going to be available in May. So, guys, make sure you check out Shay's channel, and you'll definitely want to tune in when I do the art auction. So, until then, remember, everybody, life is stressful. Just take it all one dot at a time.